Okay, well, I'm hoping it's working. I just don't know what's going on. I should have my lapel mic, but it may be because I'm not on the right camera for that. Who knows? But anyway, I think we're here. We've got audio by the looks of it, although it's coming from the laptop, not the microphone. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's working. So yeah, I'm on the Mac today. I've got OBS. I've had a bit of a play. I've been up messing about with it most of the morning, trying to get it to the best configuration I can. Just trying to work out what scenes are and sources, and combining scenes and sources and all the rest of it. Oh dear. So yeah, it's a learning curve for me, that's for sure. Hey, oh, David told me to see the radio going tonight. So am I, David. Right, okay, so who we got in? We got Tim in first, and Aaron. Joe's in, Matambly. And Nick's in, Petronics. Anthony's in. Running behind. Yeah, I've not had lunch yet. That's mega behind today. Not nothing to eat, so I might have to go and grab something to eat as we go. Thomas from New York State. Welcome, Thomas. Chris is in. Hi, Chris. Lurking today. Multi's in. Hi, Multi. Tom and Susie. Benji. Bob Anderson. Saba. Saba stuff is really good from memory. So I am on the main Nikon camera today, not on the webcam. So hopefully that'll make a bit of a difference, a bit of a clearer picture. So we've got Derek Cooper. Hi, Derek. Ricardo's in. Hi, Ricardo. Bazaar's in. Sound not synced. Yeah, it probably isn't synced. My mouth ain't synced, but that's yet another thing bizarre that I've got to try and work out. I'm just wondering if I stick this one across. And then I put me into the mix, so to speak. So actually, you're just looking at my messy desk at the moment. But I am back on the lapel mic now. Just now got to try and find out how to add me back in up in the corner. Ooh. Wow, not that big, so big. Oh dear, this is all new to me, but I think I am getting to grips with it. I have managed to hook the Stream Deck up to it even, so you know I'm really going for it now. I'm just looking over the other side here because I'm going to see if I can get my ugly mug in the shot. Why am I using this mouse? The mouse is terrible. Right, okay. Right, so I'm up there. I'm in the picture. I've got my main mic on, which should be synced because Bazaar tell me off again else. Afternoon, or morning, Daryl. Dave Tipton's in. Hi, Dave. This radio is from David himself, so fingers crossed we are going to get it done. So audio should be sorted now. Excellent. Excellent. Right, I just need to make sure I've got my picture on, no sorry, this picture here on the desktop. If I got this desktop picture on, then my main microphone's going to work. If I don't have that desktop picture on or have it hidden in the background, then it's not going to work. So yeah, lots of cables and leads and trying different hookups and everything, mainly because this main camera here kept freezing on me. So let's get all this off the bench. I haven't done a massive amount this week, just seem to have been really busy and not got a lot done at all, if you know what I mean. So let me grab the radio a minute. Just go and grab it. Yeah. We'll have a look at the complete mess I made of it last week. Not complete mess, but I'm not happy with some of the bits I've done. I'm sure you all know what I mean, which is that bit underneath there. I think pretty much we're good to go, except I've spotted one more cap that I need to get done. And I did say, didn't I bet there's another one lurking. Well, yeah, sure enough there is, and it's hiding in there. See the little monkey? How the hell am I going to get that out? I don't know, but I'm sure we'll work out a way. Let's get a bit of light in. I'll zoom you in a bit. Yeah, so he's lurking in underneath the tuning cap. Trying to see what it's actually physically connected to. It seems to be connected to the antenna output, so it's a DC blocking cap for the antenna. Now, where does it go to? Does it disappear through the chassis, or is it grounding it? It looks like it's grounding it, and it's right underneath the tuning gang. You can't probably see it there, but where are we? Ooh. Yeah, it's actually connected up here, look, to the ground of the tuning gang, and then the other side goes across to this coil. So we need to get that one out, and it looks like it's a 0.05. 0.05. First remove the dial cord, yeah. Would you like to come down and do that for me a minute? Tim? Yeah, gotta love the dial cord. Oh, right, what am I doing here? What am I looking for? I'm looking for my capacitor guide. 0.05. It's going to be 0.047, isn't it? 473, 0.047. So we're going to do that one as well. We might as well do it now we're here, aren't we? Yeah, the tuning cap's a bit poorly. As I say, this will probably be the last sort of electrical restoration that we do on this one, but what I'm hoping to do in the summer months is get the case all done nicely. Right, what's this thing going to be? 473. I'll tell you what, it's so tiny, the writing on these new ones. How are you supposed to see that? Incidentally, David never did give us the explanation on chopping up a highly valuable original painting. What was it? Was it a Rembrandt or something? I can't remember what it was now. A Picasso? I don't know, but David never did give us the explanation for that. Right, let me just have a look with my eyes, see if that is 0.047. 0.047, yeah. I have actually marked the foil end on this one. Could be relevant, I don't know. How the hell are we going to get this one out then? Right, got the big old lumpy soldering iron on, so let's hook that up. Let's get this one out, because we're really not that far away from firing this up, because I'm pretty sure I've got everything wired up right. It's always, you know, if I was doing this not for a live stream, then I would be taking a lot more time about it, a lot more time, and I'd be a lot more thorough. But with the live stream, I've got to try and get stuff done, so I do tend to fly through it a little bit quick. and that's not always a good thing when you're messing around with stuff like this, because it could go bang bang. Anyway, let's see if we can get this thing off, if they've done a wrap it up job on it. Oh, no, they haven't. Oh, nice. That's that one out. That side out. I'm going to try and get the... Just put that back in there before I burn myself or the radio. Got to try and get in there with something. How are we all doing anyway? I wasn't feeling overly special last week either. Still getting over that infection. Still not right now, but they got me on a load of antibiotics now. Lots of different nastiness. Right, let's get the forceps and grab hold of that. I did manage to get one of my repairs done in the week as well, which was the AOR. I did put some photos of that out on my Patreon link for those that are interested. That's the AOR 7030. What a lovely radio that is. Right, so I've disconnected it, but can I get it out? Don't want to come out, does it? Oh. There she is. Right. So I need to probably stick a new bit of solder in there because that looks pretty dull. Can I get through that way with it? Yeah, look at that. Better. I'll do another bit on this one as well. Should I put a bit of sleeving on that? So it's got to go through that way. I don't suppose it'll see a lot of voltage, will it? Actually, what I should have done is threaded this side through first. And cut off a nice piece of that insulation, didn't I? And promptly dropped it on the floor. So let's put a little bit on it just in case. You can't really see what's going on now, but I'm trying to thread the eye of the needle now to get that into there. There she is. That's it. Okay. Wow. What else do we need to do? Anybody got any ideas? What else do we need to test before we plug it in, or nothing? Just go for the bang. This is our aerial, so I probably need to unwind that. The Mona Lisa was too small. Excellent. Sandblasting. Got a lot of them. David's got a lot of those famous paintings. He can afford to cut it up. Yeah, they are. Very good, aren't they? Yeah, they are a one piece. Pretty thick as well. But this has all got that red paint inside there, which is nigh on impossible to get off. Right. This could be a very quick stream. It's just going to work, isn't it? It's just going to work, David. I did clean up some of the valves. I did pull them and give them a clean. I haven't cleaned up the bases really, which I probably should have done. But, you know, we know we've got a decent output transformer. We know the mains transformer's okay. I need to get this this wiring situation sorted a bit better. Let's just zoom you out a bit now because I'm Rob. Thank you, Rob. I mean, there's so much more that I should be able to do with this. Sign in to chat. He wants me to sign into chat. Well, I should be signed into chat. Ah, my chat's frozen now. I've got to sign in to be able to chat. This is my stream. What's the matter with you, OBS? Right, let me just can I reset this? Oh, there we go. So thanks, Rob. Anyway, I can't do anything because I'm not signed in. I hope it will, David. It all looks pretty good. It's been fairly well kept. I can't see any major issues. Let's have a little look inside this plug, shall we? Because I'm quite interested to see what these are wired up like. Is it those two? Looks like it. Because the earth on these is very strange. It hasn't got its own separate insulation. It's sort of like squashed in between the other two wires. It looks to me to be bare. So yeah, they have sleeved it. So they've got that one there marked as neutral. And that one marked as P. P? P and neutral? Oh, I see. There's like a little... Ah, that's clever. I don't know if you can see this, but let me zoom in a bit. Can you see... I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera. It's difficult to get in really close, but there is like a red core inside that. I don't know if you can see that or not. It looks like there's a black core inside that one, so that would indicate live and neutral. Oh. And then there is some sort of rather suspect sleeving on the ground. Cool. Interesting. They don't make them like that over here. So is that the same plugs as you use in Australia, David, or is that a New Zealand thing? No fuse in it, of course. Not that I know of. I don't know whether there's a fuse in it or not. But yeah, I shall keep hold of that one. You never know when that might come in handy for something. Black is in the neutral position. So these are still the current type of plugs, David, I mean, our older plugs used to be round pin, but they upgraded them. I don't know when they did, to square pin. We want to have a look at some of these dodgy old caps as well, don't we? A bit later. I also need to go and get some skinny beer. Skinny beer. Yeah, interesting little plug. It says something like GNR 00 Limited. 00. Spelled OHOH. Right, how are we going to do this then? I should be able to get that into my... I don't really want to start doing the rewire yet of the mains lead. So provided it's fairly safe underneath, just going to strip this back and put it even in my quick test. And this ground is very suspect. It looks like someone's skin off their finger or something has been used to oh dear. Well, this will fit over it. Just chuck a bit of this over it for now. Right, so let me have a look just to see if the, can we tell if the red's connected to the red? Let's have a look. So it comes in, I don't know which is which there, is that the red or the black? It looks like the black wire is feeding the transformer one side, and then the red wire is the other side. So that means the red wire is going through the switch. Thank you, Rob. You can't get any PP9 batteries. Subscribers only mode. We should be converting the batteries anyway by now, Rob. You don't really want to be spending out for those, surely, do you? I certainly wouldn't be now. Not paying that sort of money. We can just pull them apart. I hope you've not been throwing your old ones away. If I pop that one out. Right. Let me just see if I can find my quick test. There he is. So which way round do we want this? So that's on, max volume. So put the tuning gang sort of halfway. This is the old quick test block. So these allow you to connect something up that hasn't got a plug on it. As I say, it's just a quick test. It's not it's not something you should leave permanent. Well, you'd have to be fairly rich to keep leaving those up permanent, wouldn't you? Let's stick me back up in the corner. I think I'm in the corner. I don't know, because there's different view modes on this. I think I've sussed out how to do a screen share as well, but I haven't tried that yet. Right, okay. So according to this, that is the positive. Okay, live. That's the neutral. And this is the ground, which I'm going to leave much longer for safety, etc, etc. And as you push that down, that makes this connection here, which has got a fuse in it, look, just in case there's any issues. There's a 5 amp fuse in this. But yeah, both of these make the live connection. That's that. So not plugged in yet. I've got my variac and isolation transformer down here. So the radio's plugged into this, and this needs to be plugged into, so that's effectively the plug for the radio now. So we need to get the lamp limiter, which is just here. Larry the lamp limiter. Let's get my water out of the way, because it is a full pint of water, and you know, sod's law says I'm going to throw that all over the bench. So this is my little lamp limiter, homemade. If you look back through my videos, you'll see how I made this. It's a bit sort of rough and ready, but it does work. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, so I'm not going to rebuild it or anything like that anytime soon. That could be on the cards in the future. I've gone a bit over the top with the cable because I had some old immersion heater cable knocking about, so it's it's built to withstand nuclear power, this one, I think. Right, so let's plug this one into here, into my variac. I'm going to plug this one here into the socket on the back. Let's just zoom you out a little bit so you can see what's going where. That's actually not a bad picture today. So I'm going to leave it on lamp. That's going to be switched on, so I'll wind it up gradually. I haven't turned the variac on. Let me just go and find a light bulb next. Have we got a light bulb? No, what's the button? I can't find the lamps for it now. Lamps for it. Well, how can I not have the lamp here? Because that is here. unless it's fallen in the bin, of course, which is highly likely. But knowing me, I put the lamp somewhere safe. You always got to put it somewhere safe, haven't you? And I don't know where I put that. In fact, actually, no, I do know where I put that. I pinched it and put it in my my bedside light. so I do know. And what are these? Are these 60 or 100 watts? 60 watts. So you can still get these long service bulbs. I bought a job lot of each size. So I've got some 60 watt and some 100 watt ones. And every time I ask which one I should use, people always seem to say, like, use the 60 watt one. I think it gives you a little bit more. A bit more how's your father, doesn't it? So yeah, you can still get them. Don, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. I did come on an hour earlier today to hopefully give you all time to get up. Right, Variac's on. Variac is on. Can we see the light bite? Now, should I turn the radio around so you can see the valves lighting up? I think probably best to, isn't it? See where the fire comes from. So there's my quick test. I'm going to put that down on the floor out of the way. So it's on there, we're on lamp. Scary stuff. It's time. I better move myself out of the way a little bit so you can see the light. The light shining light. Shine a light on me. You're welcome, Dave. You've been using 425 watt. Yeah, Manuel uses something like that, doesn't he? Martin, how are you, mate? Fire extinguisher? No, I've got a load of water though. I could chuck over it. Right. We ought to unwind the aerial, don't we? We should have a ground here, really, but that'll just act as a bit of a counterpoise, hopefully. I can hook it up to my outdoor antenna if all is well. I don't think there'll be any live on these wires, will there? I hope not. I hope not. Let's chuck it over that way just in case, so that might pick up a bit of mains hum there. If it touches my leg, I might jump a bit. Right, okay, let's start. Oh, I had a pop in the speaker. So I'm sat on 100 volts at the moment. How many volts is this? 220 or is it 220 volts? Fire containment pie dish. Water and electric, a good combo, yeah. You vote it will work. Right, it's drawing 50 milliamps on 100 volts. Normally these things start springing into life after about 180 volts. So let's leave it set on a 180 for a minute. We've got a little tiny bit of filament glow there. I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't really see the light bulb glowing, but I can hear some hissing. Can I? It wants more. So I've got it 240 volts now, and it wants to be 220, doesn't it? So the bulbs, so the filament is sort of lit, but this could be one of these ones that could be one of these ones that wants a nice full power, if you know what I mean. Let me go and have a twiddle of the tuning knob, see if we got any action. Oh, we got dial lights. We have dial lights now. What have we got glowing here? Not a lot. 100 milliamps. Can I pop it off a lamp? Okay, can hear some pops coming from it. $150 milliamps, so it's drawing current somewhere. So I'm off of lamp limit now. Let's give it some antenna, because I think that could be the issue. Let's give it a bit of antenna. So let's connect on to there, I think. And which one's my antenna? Oh, we have life. Let's connect the ground. Let's get my hand around the front a minute and see if we can. We have life.
That line in 2025, I need the best decision making. One of the big things is around your decision making. You know, you're probably one of the most regular decision makers on the field.
Well, it's working, but it is very quiet. That's getting warm. It's getting warm. $150 milliamp though, is that a bit much for one of these? What do you think? Yeah, it's 150 milliamps. What's this switch on the back then? It's sensitive enough. It's actually picking up a lot of stations. Which is pretty good for here for this time of day. Tuning cap's knackered, isn't it? It won't sort of go all the way round. Let's help it along a bit. Oh, IF alignment, it's definitely something not right. Yeah, could be. It does seem sensitive enough, so don't think it's the IF. Oh, hello. We did have a bulb. We did have a bulb working, but now it's not working now. And the bulb's decided not to work now. I mean, I doubt very much whether I'll have one of those valves. Can anybody think of an equivalent? 6AQ5, is it? Yeah. I have got some voltages to look at here. Check the plate voltage on the output valve. Right, let's just go back to lamp, cut the power. Get it this way up. So this bulb was working, but then it's decided not to work, and then it keeps flashing every so often. Condor, 6.5 volts, 0.3 amps. No. No. .5 volts, but how many amps? I can't see that. 300 milliamp. Strange, they've got like little lamp extensions on them. I don't think that's in, you know. I don't know, perhaps they're a different thread. I don't know. Same thread. That one was working, but it's died now. I can't screw the bulb in. Ugh, no. It won't go. It won't go. Oh well, let's leave that go. Stop assing about with that. Right, what am I testing here? I'm testing the output valve. And which pin of the output valve am I testing? Afternoon Les? EL90. EL90. Ooh, have I got any EL90s, I wonder then? Let's stick it back on. So I need to find which pin am I looking for. No, I think the old one is definitely gone, Don. It's got a gap in the middle. Well, we'll give it a try though, Don. It does look like it is still connected, but let's give it a little zhuzh up. That doesn't even seem to go in properly, but no, they're definitely that's definitely gone. It doesn't seem to go in very far before it bites. Maybe this one is going in far enough. Yeah, just working now, look. Right, so let me see if I can add in this picture then a minute. Let's see if I can find this image of the schematic. OneDrive. And I think I put it in documents. Well, I don't think that's right. Hang on. No. It's in there, but it needs to be the other way round, doesn't it? Dear oh dear. Right, how do we do that then? Okay. Oh, maybe we can do it then. Okay, well there's the diagram. I've sort of got it in the screen. Hi Moshi, how are you? So 6AQ5 pins 5 and 6 should be about 155 volts. Pin 7 should be around 7 volts. Now I've got to try and find which is which here without electrocuting myself. Right, let's look at some voltages then. I'm going to have to poke around this because I can't see from the bottom here. It's just way too dense inside there as to what's what. So let's just get rid of that draw in a minute. So let's have a poke about. I think we can use a chassis as ground. Where's a nice hole in the chassis when you want one? Okay. Now, am I measuring AC voltage here or DC voltage? I'm measuring DC, aren't I? So 147 there. Okay, I can't really get in there very easily. Yeah, okay, so 145 on both of those two pins. Hang on, there's something adrift there. Let me just see what that is. See what sort of voltage these are holding. Well, they're draining out pretty quick. So that's our HT. Okay, but there is something loose here, which I'm going to need to have a look at. I'm not sure what it is, but it looks like there's a resistor on the output valve that's adrift. Is it adrift? Yes, it is. Well, I don't know what that is. Let me see if I can get you in there. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Let's push this cord out the way. So it's this pin here, look, up the top. See, it's not, it doesn't appear to be connected to anything. But I mean, that looks like it goes to the tone switch. It's actually broken off of there. It looks like it's corroded away. It looks like it's connected to this tone switch though. Have a closer look. If you can see that at all. Yeah, up here, look, see? It's actually not connected to that valve socket. Oh, it's a bit hot at the moment still. Looks like it used to be. I wonder if I can somehow, I don't think, would that make any difference? I don't know. Let me see what voltage is on that pin a minute. So let's see what voltage is on that pin. What are you looking at? You're looking at the light. It certainly hums when I touch it. There's not a lot of voltage on it unless it's AC. It won't be AC, will it? Okay. What to do? What to do? That's the grid stopper, David, is it? That's the problem, right? Okay. Well, that didn't take long to get to, did it? It's probably one of these spiders that's nesting in here has ate through it, I think, because there's still spiderage. Right, I am disconnected. So how are we going to do that then? Let's get a cloth and just take that output valve out a minute. Can I get in there and scrape it up with anything, I wonder? If I can get a blob of solder on it, then... Was it... What? It looks like it's actually pulled out of the valve. Just have a look around the other side. Okay. Yeah, it pulled out a bit when I pulled the valve. Can you depin one of these? Or do I need to put a new valve base in? I'll zoom you out a bit because you're not going to really see what's going on as such. Trying to see if I can certainly seems to be moving in and out quite a bit, but it looks to me like we're going to need to put another valve base in there, unless anyone's got any quick fixes. Attach it to pin 7, it's the same as pin 1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the last pin, David, is it? Let me just get in real close before I attempt this, because David's saying to attach it to pin 7, as it's the same. So I take it this is pin 1 here that we're looking at that's broken. So they must go round this way, and this one here is pin 7, which is where this little capacitor is attached to. Is that what you're saying, David? I can attach it to there? Yeah, you did say pin 7. That one there then, okay. Let's connect it with a jumper wire to start with. And it's a bit of a big jumper wire, but we'll connect it up and see what it does. See if that cures our issue. Come on, you came out of there all right. Okay, right. Let's try that. So I've just got it jumpered across at the moment. He says as he just pulls it off. Let's try that. Who's messaging me now? What's going on? Stop. What have I got to stop? What have I got to stop? What's well, I thought you said that one had to go to pin 1. Well, that is pin 1, isn't it? What's going on? What's going on? What are you telling me, people? I thought you said connect it to... That's why I questioned it. Connect that one to that one. EL90. The broken pin is pin 1, that's correct. And David said connect that to pin 7. Well, I did move the resistor to pin 7 by jumpering it across. You've confused me now. So all I did was put a jumper between the two. So that is pin 1, which is broken, we said. And that's pin 7, which is across the gap. So all I did was jumper that wire to there. Was that not right? I moved it to pin 2. Which is pin... Well, the next pin's got nothing connected to it at all. So I'm not sure what's going on. Are we getting a bit confused here? Because I am. So I thought that the gap was between that one and that one. It's between that one and that one, is it? So I should have connected it to that spare pin there that's got nothing attached to it. Is that what we're saying? Whoa. I'm confused because the pin, let me just pull the valve again. Ah, right, yes, the gap is there. So the gap, if I can get the camera in. The gap is there to there, so that actually isn't connected. Oh, and there is our, there's our dodgy pinlet. Can I not get a pin out of another socket and poke in there? I've got plenty of sockets here, look. Can I not pinch one out of one of these? Where's the camera gone? So you think I may have killed the valve because it looks like I have. It looks like I have stuck it on the wrong pin. So have I killed the valve? Ooh, naughty! You're so naughty, Graham. Read it from the bottom. Well, it was connected. Whether I've blown it apart, I don't know. There was no big flash. I had lots of no, don't do it. But you know, you were too late. You're too slow. Well, you're not too slow. I did ask the question if that was the right place to connect it. So let's see if we've got continuity between those two then. Yeah, we have. Okay. Right, well, shall we try that again? See if I've killed that valve then. So I need to connect it to the other pin. It's good fun, this, isn't it? Panic stations. So basically I need to connect it to that pin, to there. Now, let me just show you what I've done now. So I've connected it to that other pin now, down there, that's not connected to anything in circuit. That's got to be right now, yeah? You love the exciting moments. I don't like them, Joe. That's because we got the heavy side up, haven't we? I need to put it that way up, but I can't because it's gonna. No, I've got to leave it that way up. Need to prop it up with something. Let's prop it up. Prop it up with one of these Sean's blocks. So is that right now? Are we good? Are we good? Get some circulation going. Right. Make sure I'm not touching anything else. Let's try it again then, shall we? Take 75. Cruncher in the hole. Now we have some volume. That sounds better, right? Just connect my aerial back up. Shush. It's going mad now.
Right, there's a long way to go. There's another game on the weekend and foremost.
Sure it's through the legs of the goalkeeper and into the net. That is sensational.
Oh yes.
And Chelsea Strasbourg.
No better place to hear it than on the Talk Sport Network.
Yeah, here we go. The race continues at the top of the WSL as Manchester City take on Chelsea. Unbeaten Chelsea, hoping to kick on and stretch their lead, but City have their own ambitions. They sit.
Well, luckily I didn't kill the valve.
Football. Let's get a recap of the team news then with our match commentator Ian Stringhat.
Thanks, Ollie. 4 changes then for Manchester City from the side that beat Chelsea, including keeper Keating coming in for
Fish
the
and
home
chips.
side. It's going to be a test this afternoon for her. And Lascelles is in at full back.
It's got loads of
Harvey
volume
is
now.
benched. The Pryor, Azel, the back 4, Rord, Hasegawa and Coombs, the midfield 3 with Carolyn. Miedemar, the 2-goal hero
working.
against Chelsea in the Champions League starts, and Jess Parker alongside. As for visitors Chelsea, well, Bonpastor has made 6 changes of her own to the side that lost in the Champions League. Lawrence Charles, captain.
Wow, that's a good result, isn't it? I connected it to the cathode. All right. It's a wireless. Gavin, how you doing, mate? It's a wireless. It's a radio. Fish and chops. I'll tell you what, I need a beer after that. The stress of it all. Stop! No, no, no! Help! Fire! Fire in the hole! You really made me think I'd done the radio in then, but no, it is alive. Just checking we've got no voltages in there, which we haven't. Right. So out with the out putty again. Out with the outputter. Let's see if we can't tidy this up a bit. Let's keep that in there a minute. If you'll be able to get in here with me, but we'll get you as close as I can. Let's clean that up and see if I can't wangle that in there somehow. I mean, what resistor is that? Is it just easier for me to put a new resistor in there? That is R12. It could be a 500, it could be a 600. Who knows? Let's see what it measures on the multimeter. The multimeter of joy. Okay. It's actually reading 672 ohms. 672, give or take, should know the leads out. Yeah, 670 it's reading. Now looking at it, it's a blue brown blue, black. Blue, brown, blue, black, I think. Does sound very good, David. 600 ohm, was it? What's the betting I ain't got a 600 ohm? I got 560s. 820s. I ain't gonna have a 600, am I? Yeah, I got a 560s, the closest I got to that. Let's have a quick look in my other box. 680. No. So it looks like I'm going to have to reuse that one. It's a bit high, isn't it? But blue, black, brown. Oh, so it's the body, tip, and then middle? I don't know. That wire's blowing it out a little bit, isn't it? Can't really see it there. Got to change that wire out as well. Get that done. If I can find it, that is. What have I done with my lovely braided wire? I don't know. How can we get that down there then? Could do if we just move it a little bit. Let's grab it. Get off. Right, so we want to put it in there. And a bit of lead wangling. It's a new sport. Lead wangling. Championship lead wangler. Graham is now going to attempt to wangle the lead into the hole. Can he do it without shorting the bejesus out of it? Won't even go through the tag, will it? Oh, I've got to turn the notifications back off on my phone. Body end dot. So that there he is. You can see it very well under that light, but it is. So it's got like a band around it. It's a little bit, that's a bit better on that side. You can see it a bit better there. So it's black, blue, brown, black. Sorry, blue, brown, blue. Weed wangling. Lead wangling. Okay, well that one will go in. Oh, stay. Did you see it try and escape then? So if it goes in that way. It's going to come in through there. It's got to go in there. Right. Let's get that top one soldered in first. I can wangle it around then a little bit. Do a bit more wangling. Weed wangling. Lead wangling. Okay, so it's currently touching that other lead, so we need to bend it upwards off of that. And then bend this one back on itself. Oh, wait, steady. Steady. Don't want to break you the nice little radio that Uncle David sent me all the way from Australia. There's still more nastiness in underneath there. I can see more insect nests. Is that caught? There's a lot of solder gone somewhere. There's definitely something still nested in underneath here. I think they've long gone. That is connected though. I'm happy with that. Wangling. You've got to have a good wangle. Right, okay, so that in theory is done. Shall we have a look at the mains cord? Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find some wire a minute, and we can get the mains sorted out at the same time while I'm in here. Now, where are you, wire? That's not the wire, that's my Duran Duran cassette that fell down into the abyss. No, I've got that. So say, once it gets a little bit warmer in here, I'm going to take this out and give it a good polish, and then hopefully it'll be done and finished, and we can display it nicely on the sideboard with the DAC 90. I don't know where my braided wire has gone. I had a mass of it here, but unfortunately for me, I tidied up. And when you tidy up, as you all know, everything disappears. I've only got some 2-core down there. Somewhere I've got a big reel of it, and I just can't see it for the minute. So then maybe that'll have to be done another day. I don't know what I've done with that. I don't even know if it was actually on a reel. Oh well. Wangling become an Olympic sport? It could be. I'm all for Team Wangler. What do I do if I do transition? Nothing. Team Wangler. Champion Wangler. Yeah, somewhere I've got some rather nice braided cable, a nice brown outer on it, and it's 3-core as well. But it should be down there with all my other cables, but it doesn't appear to be. It seems to have gone on holiday somewhere. It's probably gone down to see David, I expect. Down in the sunshine. How strange. Because I know we had that fairly recently, because we were looking at it for something else, weren't we? He says as he just rolled over David's circuit diagrams here. Hang on. The chair's going mental now as well. It's all going pear-shaped. Apologies if my ass was on camera then. I did show you the cables, didn't I? Definitely got them here somewhere. So, you know, never fear, the cables are here. Just got to find out where. Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery. I've got a reel of coax, got a reel of normal cable. So it looks like that's just going to have to make do for the time being till I can find my other cable. I think everything else in the radio we've pretty much done. I've found a bulb that fits. That's in now. It just doesn't seem to thread in there. It just sort of like cross threads itself on the terminal. But then this one does the same, really. And whether to take that one out and just put two new ones in so they match, maybe. Make sure they're the same ones. Yes, they are. Other thing we've got to do is the tuning gang. We need to sort that out. It's not very healthy, that. Just having a bit of work avoiding behaviour. Yeah, I just haven't done any welly wangling. I remember welly wangling. We used to have to do the welly wangling at the fairs. The village fete, wasn't it? Village fete. Spelled F-E-T-E. Right. As far as the tuning gang goes, it's going to cause me a bit of a headache, that. So the spring looks like it's in the middle there. So in theory I could is that fully meshed? No, that's not fully meshed, is it? So will the screw come around the right way fully meshed though? No, it won't. It's the other way, so it's going to have to be fully open. But I am going to have to take the dial off, I reckon, to get that out properly. Dodgy, innit? Dodgy stuff. A good gurner. I can't take my teeth out though, Anthony. Wow. I think I'm going to have to take this off. Can I tape it up though to stop me having to... Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to get at that bottom one very well, I don't think. Yeah, so I mean we need to sort this out. So I can leave the wire on there, but it's gonna cause a problem when I lose the tension off of it, isn't it? Because I'm going to struggle to get it back on the pulleys. I'm going to have to take it off of a pulley. I suppose the easiest one to take it off of is this one on the top here. De-string time. Let's get this done. Let's try and get some grommetage in there. Right, I've done it. I've gone and pulled the dial cord. Just, you know, I'm a bit gung-ho, aren't I? It's a bit a bit mad. What's the man doing? What is he doing? Right, let me see if I can find a bit of insulation tape a minute to just keep that from completely dropping off. I'll tell you what, this is good tape, this stuff. A little bit around there, around that wheel. You've just got to go for it sometimes, Don, haven't you? You've just got to go for it sometimes. Right. So the reason I've done that is I want to get at the screw in there to take it off the spindle, which it don't. Oh, flipping heck, that one is tight. Wonder what size that is. Not that big. So big. 5.5. Nope. What are the ones we've got here? Nope. Aha, right. This is Killer Cure now. Got it. It's off. I'll zoom you out a little bit. Move some of these tools out of the way. Most of them on the floor, great. So now we've got to bend the tabs on this and move the tuning dial out of the way. Tuning dial, not tuning dial, the actual tuning cap. That's a bloody great long lead on that. Okay, that's 2 off. The last one. So it's held on by wires and lots of spiders' webs. Let's move that valve there out of the way. Lots more web type things on here. Long lost spider friends. So you can see the old bits of grommet have just gone to dust. Well, they've turned rock solid actually. So I've got to try and get another grommet back in there, or at least half a grommet. I really don't know which way to go with this. Let me see, see if I can find some grommets here a minute. I've got loads of them somewhere. Hundreds of them. But where are they? Who knows? Rubber grommet assortment box. Certainly haven't got any square ones. We've got some tiny blind grommets there. I wonder if they're sort of like almost the size. No, they need to be smaller than that even. That looks promising, but trying to put a round grommet in a square hole, well, it's not even square, it's sort of like a slot. I think I got one in there. I've only gone and got one in there. How about that? Wow! How about that? I can't believe it. Quickly, let's do another one. I've gone and done the easiest one first, I might as well. It's never good. I need to probably mesh those plates for now till I get it back together. Don't want to be damaging that. This one's going to be a bit trickier to get in. I'm amazed that actually went in, to be honest. There's a lot of brute force and ignorance to get it in there, but rubber wangling now. Nearly, come on, come through. There she blows, I think. Yes, 2 down, 1 to go. They go in the slots, I think. I don't know. They seemed to go through them last time, Don. You tell me. I'm just a mere amateur here, mate. I'm just I'm just blagging it. I think they do go in the slots, and then those things bend over on the end. So I've left the hardest one to last, haven't I? Which is a real pain because this is properly in the way. Just can't get. I wonder if I just release the hounds. If I release this wire from here, I should be able to. There we go. Why don't I do that in the first place, eh? That's easy now, isn't it? It's not, because I still can't get my hand in there. Not that I've got big hands, but you just literally can't get to it, even with that out of the way. go in there. Yes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We have 3 really squit grommets. So that can go in after that. That's okay. So as far as I can see, they go through the grommets. Like that. Oh, nice. Oh, yes. And then they bend over. To give that one there a bit more of a wangle. How about that? Whoa, sorted. You like that, David? It's a goer. It's a goer. Yes. Strikes. That is much better. Right, so we've got to come on, please. No. We've got to get the tuning gang fully unmeshed. A minute. Then we've got to put our screw back in. Make sure it's lined up nicely, because it wasn't lined up before because it was hanging. That's there. Got to move that back onto there, which could be problematic. And let's see how she blows. Oh yes. Still slipping a little bit on this wheel. So it's moving all the way across now, which it wasn't before. Right, let's do a bit of clean up on this. Is that me? Any lube? Yeah, that's a bit of lube. Okay. A bit of super lube. Super lube is required. I haven't done that yet, Don, no. I'm just trying to lube it up at the moment. Bit of lube in there. Let's get to all the pulleys. So we put a little smear of grease on here, I suppose. Just a little bit. Probably would have been candle wax or something like that originally. Let's hope it slide along. Yes, that's better. Right, where's my cotton buds when I need them? Right, let's stick the wire back on. I'm very pleased with that tuning, gang, because that was a little bit worrying that I wouldn't be able to fix that back on. I'd have to make something, but those little small grommets fit in there an absolute treat. Perfect. There we go. Put our little Volvi back in, the 6BE6 Telefunken, made in Germany, all the way to New Zealand from Germany or Australia. Let's put that one in. And let's hook it up one more time. That's the power. We've got more cables. Let's connect up our aerial. Let's try it now, hardwire that back in. Actually, I will put a bit of that lube down in the shaft of the spindle. A little bit down the back. A bit of deoxit on the spindle in the middle where it makes contact. And a little bit of this. In the bearings. Super lube. A Rolls-Royce tuning mechanism now, that. Look at that. Oh, nice. Yeah. Right. Let's hook her up for a final test then. Because I didn't even have it bypassed last time. I had it on lamp still. But it was performing superb, so. Lights work. Lights, camera, action.
Joe just had a look back there and said, come on, there was a little bit too much pulling going on.
Yeah, she's got
Sounds very good.
I think
Thank you, David, for
sometimes
sending that.
referees allow it to go on too much because it is Lauren James, because she is so strong.
Chelsea, right-hand side, into the penalty. It's a little deep cross in, headed away by Alexandri. It was Ricky Cannerid with the almost lazy cross.
Got to say, from Pastor, arms folded, leaning on her right hip, top left of a technical area. She said this week that we'll make some tactical changes as well as personnel changes. Spoke about a freshness, constructive and positive reflection on the Champions League defeat. Admitted the...
Shame I can't find that lead, really.
Francois, who was booked, it was indeed. Admitted that the context of going home to the kids helped in the midweek defeat.
Yeah, kids.
Again, Millie Bright goes to that rangy ball and finds it this time. And a good ball it is too, right?
This line of Alexandri again in the way, and it's out for a Chelsea corner.
Yeah, that was a good switch from Millie Bright. She certainly had such...
So expect an outswinging delivery back to the penalty area. In it goes.
It is very good. Very good.
Jean-Francois hooks the ball back over his shoulder, headed away again by
Thanks, David. And thanks for sending it, mate. Thanks very much for sending it along. It's a great little radio.
You can see when the ball was bounced and it was star player versus star player.
Probably is. It's probably in the spare room, Anthony.
Really good defending, but in all seriousness,
Catch you soon.
to sort that situation out, because if it wasn't Lauren James, maybe Chelsea could have been in trouble.
1-0 City.
So yeah, there is one music station on there, but it's...
Anyway, hopefully you will approve. And then my choice in the next hour. What can I say? I'm fascinated by this. I'm going to be talking to, as I said, a couple of people. The first person up is Matthew Yeomans, who has written a book called Seascape, Notes from Changing Coastline.
Really, because she
sides, and that's quirky.
Down the right hand, has to go a race.
Guardians. And also, Viv Collis is a photographer, and she has
So
an
I'm
exhibition
still-
in Swansea at the National Water
I'm still on land limit, so let's pop it off.
Women's work. Now, it's photographs of women.
They certainly
doing work
went brighter, didn't
not
they?
normally associated with women, can't even say, with women. But why is that? More coming up.
Manchester City 6-yard box. It hangs in the air. Chelsea recover it on this near side. Kasparai makes the challenge and she's going to look to release. Carolyn down the right-hand side. Miedemar is Cushing's waving. Players forward in sky blue as well. 3 back to Chelsea here. Carolyn with the step-overs. Edge of the deep. Big challenge comes in from Millie Bright. It's going to be a free kick. City have scored a goal. The whistle
Wow.
is on. And they've been denied the looping shot when over Hannah Hampton. But the official, the referee, Kirsty Dowell, had blown for the foul well in advance of that.
There you go. She lives. 1956, look. So thanks again for David for sending that in. That's been great fun messing about with that. So clean the dial face. This is not dirty. This is like tarnished, I think. I suppose we could give it a go with a bit of foam cleaner maybe, but a lot of dust in the tuning dial still, so I need to get it needs a bit of fettle in this still, but overall it's very sensitive. It's picking up a lot of stations actually. Just giving the tuning gang a bit of a clean out. We've got a lot of dust in it still. Let's give it a bit of a squirt. Bit of air duster. But yeah, I don't think that's going to clean up. Let's use some of John's Easy Finish fascia and case cleaner. I'm just going to spray that on a corner of my cloth here. Give it a little bit of a wipe, but I don't think we're going to gain anything on that. It needs painting, if anything. There's a little bit coming off, but not. I suppose I could get it polished off, I suppose. Get some emery paper and rub it back. But yeah, that's literally made no difference whatsoever. Look. Catch you soon, Don. Cheers, mate. Yeah, that's not made any difference. It's worth a try though, wasn't it? I don't know what it shows through on there. So you can't really see it when you look through the gap here. You can't really see it. You can just see the needle. So I've got to really go to town on this and give it a good clean up. clean the back of it because it will just come completely off, which we don't want to do. I've still got to find a Gulbransen logo. So if anyone's got a file with that Gulbransen logo in it, if I can get it any closer. See that? Let me know. So it looks like a Bakelite case. It's quite thin Bakelite, so I'm going to have to be really careful. I still haven't got rid of our friends from inside here yet. But that's going to be an outdoor job to clean that one up. Just get my stuff everywhere out the way. So I mean, that's what the stream sort of worked out fairly well today, hasn't it? It's probably shouldn't speak too soon, should I? But yeah, it's not been too bad. Now what's going on here then? Why can't I? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I still haven't quite worked out the whole situation yet, but right, okay, apologies. I keep forgetting I've got to have the other camera running in the background for the audio for this mic to go. I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it. It looks like the future of streaming is the Mac. Whether I can get the iMac wired up, because there is a wireless keyboard for that and a wireless mouse. So I could, in theory, have the Stream Deck over here. And I mean, I've rigged the Stream Deck up, but I've done it so as it does different scenes now. So it's do. At the moment. So I've got the buttons. I've just got to work out what all these scenes are and just name them different things, because I can put like the normal camera and a picture-in-picture in one scene. I can put the normal camera on its own in another scene. You know, lost the audio again. That's because I switched scenes. That's all. Yeah, I just don't think it's going to work on that laptop though, Anthony. I think that laptop, I'm going to need to totally format that, start again from scratch, and then see how we go from there. At the moment, this looks pretty good. I've dropped no frames. I've wound it back to 30 frames a second. It will do 60 frames a second, this, but I've pulled it back to 30 because 30 seems okay. It's not too jarry, is it? Is everything a mirror image? Looking at the on-air neon. Oh, interesting, Gavin. Let's just put that on. I think you're right. It is, isn't it? So how can I sort that out? Let's have a look. Transform. Transform, flip, vertical. There you go. How's that? Is that better? Hello, hello. I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna fall. So no, I need to flip it horizontal, I think. Ah, see, I knew there'd be a way. I knew there'd be a way. How about that? You happy now? You happy? Perfect for Oz. Oh dear. Oh my God, it does do a lot. There's so many different menus in that in here. I mean, for it to be a free program as well, it is really good. There's blending modes and deinterlacing and transitions, and there's everything in here. Game streamers do it so they look like they're looking at the games, I see. Yeah, edit, transform, copy, yeah. Fit to screen. Looks like I am fitted to screen. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? So if I turn that one off, it's back to that one, back to that one. But I say I've got to have the other camera running in the background, otherwise if I turn the other camera off, audio off. It switches my audio off, as I just said. You have an app that colorizes black and white movies. This probably would. I mean, set color. Yeah, it does all sorts. I'm sure I can probably make it into black and white. Have a black and white stream. How about that? Anyway, people, I'm going to call it a day at that, because I think by the sound of the dogs barking, that means Mrs. Cruncher is home. And I've managed to do everything I wanted to do today. But 3:30 seems a bit early for Mrs. Cruncher. Let me just pop the other camera on. I'll have a quick nosy out the door. It does seem a bit early. She's supposed to finish till 4. No. I don't know what they were barking at then. Yeah, Mrs. Cruncher's not home yet. But I think I will call it a day there. I don't really need to do a lot more. We've got a new radio coming up next week that Chris knows all about. Got a new radio coming in next week's stream, so that'll be good. Going back to our roots again. We're going to be looking at what I've always said is my favourite radio of all. So those of you that have been watching the show will know what my favourite radio is. The AOR is now packed back in its box, Anthony, so I can't do that. But I have got the Yaesu out. The Yaesu is ready to be done. I've just got to get the courage up to pull the board out. But I can quickly show you the AOR and what the issue is in this. And this is a known issue in these radios. I can make some room on the bench. Now we need to get the microscope in, and I'll show you what the issue is with the Yaesu. The Yaesu. If I can unravel the lead. Will it come out far enough, or am I going to have to move that one out of the way? I'm going to have to move this one out of the way. So let's oh, of course I've unplugged that now to stick that in, haven't I? Going to plug it back in again. So let me just show you what the problem with the scene 2, scene 3, scene 2. And why is our microscope not showing then? Interesting. Why is our microscope not showing? One thing you can't do with this, you can't refresh it. Whereas in vMix I could refresh. Remove rename. Yeah. Oh well, doesn't look like I can do that. So I'm just going to have to get you in on the main camera. Well, that was working fine, the microscope earlier. But you know. But what it is that these have got some filters in them that suffer from some sort of crystallization forming on them. If I can get that in, let's just cut that across. So can you see that these filters here that look like they've got dust on them, these? Well, it's not actually dust, that's actually some sort of like crystals. And I think what it is in the manufacture they weren't in a completely dry atmosphere, and it is quite hard. So these three here all need to be changed. It's causing crackling noises. The chap that owns Radioaxle, he did say that he was having some issues with it not working, but certainly when I was trying it the other week, it was really crackling, and these need changing. Now, I have got them here. I have got them here. That is the next one in line for repair. I don't know what I've done with them now, but they're here somewhere. What have I done with those then? They were here just now. I've got lots of other things on the bench, that's the problem. Ah, here we are. So this is the new filter pack. 3-pack of filters, 857. This is an 897, but it's exactly the same board, same filters in it. So I've got to take this board completely out and change it with these. E, GW and HW. So I've got to work out which one's which. That's going to be fun. But apparently they're the same pin out. Let's see if I can open them up for you. My chair's dropping down again. Keep forgetting I've got to get a new. So yeah, that's the new filters ready to go in. So there's a 455E, a 455GW and a 455HW. And so these are GN, EN and HN. So E, G and H I suppose is the same, but I will double check before I fit them. But yeah, that's the plan. I'll hopefully get a chance to do that this week. Then Axel can have both of his very nice radios back. But yeah, that is a known issue. It does mean I've got to take the whole board out though, so that's joy. Because, oh, I'll tell you what, I'm sat virtually on the floor now. If I zoom back out again, you can sort of see the amount of connections on the thing. It's quite a lot. Quite a lot. TS2000 also suffered, did it? So yeah, this whole board has got to come out. All these wire connectors and wires here. There's heat sinks. There's this one sat on a heat sink over here. So yeah, joy. So that's my next job anyway. I'll tell you what, it's getting a bit dark, isn't it? Well, the camera's dark, one of the two. There we are then, people. That's me for today. I'm going to go down and have something to eat now because I haven't had any lunch today. But saying that, I'm not feeling too bad. I need a couple beers in me. I've had no beer. No skinny lager today. So as I say, next week we have my favourite radio that we're going to be playing with. So, yeah. What is my favourite receiver? Oh, Dorf, cheers mate. Just catching up with everybody. Everybody that's gone, apologies for not saying goodbye. And if anyone's popped in the chat while I've had my head in this thing, I was a bit concerned when it wasn't working. I thought, oh no, what's going on? I think it has been confirmed that it does make the radio very crackly, bizarre. It's a bit like the problem you get with the tarnishing on the capacitors over time. Makes them crackly. Very similar to that. Try the temporary hose. Yes, I must do that. I must do it rather than get another thing. I mean, to be fair, I don't ever adjust it from this height. It's always at this height. So if I can put a Jubilee clip around it, that might sort it. Corrosion gets inside the filter, Nick, does it? Mad. Anyway, people, I'm going to try and exit the stream nicely and see how we get on. I need to go back to studio mode because I need to pop the intro on first, and hopefully everything works. So thanks today, everybody. Thanks for the tips and the super chats, and I will see you next Sunday for my favourite radio. So see you then. I hope, if this is going to work. Intro. So